Hi guys, it's Will from Iconic Tours here in Edinburgh. Thanks for tuning in last time to check out the video about single malts versus blends. Today I'm going to tell you about the three other kinds of whiskey you're going to find here. You don't find them as often as blends or single malts. Those are by far the majority of the whiskey market. Something you're going to find a little bit less often but worth checking out. We talked about single malts and how they come from one distillery. How the Glenfiddich 15-year-old, for example, is going to be a mixture of cask from Glenfiddich. Could be 15-year-old, could be 20-year-old, could be 25-year-old, a mixture of sherry and bourbon all together to make that whiskey. Now, if you do just one of those casks and you bottled it, you get a small amount of bottles and it'd be something you get like this. You've got the Bowmore Macbeth here, and this is only 315 bottles ever made. This is bottle 116, distilled back in 1997 and bottled back in 2010. So it's a 13-year-old single cask, limited bottling for that. And this probably going to set you back over £100, maybe about £150 for something like this. But something else you'll get with malted whiskey is a mixture of malted whiskies from different distilleries without any grain added, and that produces a malt blend. Now, we've got one here called the Quartet from Independent Bottler Spirit Still, and the Quartet comes in about 46%, nice little bit of alcohol here, and there's only 100 bottles ever made, and this is bottle 34. It's a mixture of Highland and Speyside whiskies in this. You've got Ardmore, you've got Linkwood, you've got Mortlach, and you've got Glenfiddich. Now, the final one I'm going to show you here is something you rarely see, and it's a single cask, single grain whiskey. Now, we talked about grain whiskey and how that goes into blends. And for me personally, if I've tried young grain whiskey before, it tastes like gasoline. It doesn't taste that good for me, but when it ages, it can become very, very nice. Now, this is another independent bottle. This is from Dram Full, and this one is an Invergordon 31-year-old. It's been kept in a sherry cask, and this is bottle 210 of 472 bottles ever made. So we're going to go in for the tasting now. We're going to start over here with the Quartet. It's about 46%. We're going to move over to the Invergordon 31-year-old, which is about 58%. We're going to finish off with the Macbeth, the Bowmore there, which is coming in at 60%. So it's quite a strong one there. And I know this is going to be smoky, and I don't want it to overpower these other ones. So coming in for the Quartet first. And this, as you'll see, the nice reddy brown colour in there from the sherry cask. Of all these four malts have been kept in sherry cask. You've got a really citrusy nose on it actually. Got kind of green apples, got a bit of a kind of orange zest, a little bit of honey coming through there as well. Just going to take a little taste. You've got a nice spice hit coming in that. And it's kind of giving way to a little bit of sweetness coming through, a little bit of the kind of dried fruits coming through there and that. You've got a nice long finish in that, really nice malt blend there. Now next we're going to move on to the Invergordon. I'm excited to try this. Anytime I've tried old grain whiskey like this one, it's always been really nice. Young grain whiskey I've never been that big a fan of, but this smells absolutely amazing. This, it's like Christmas cake being shoved up your nose. You've got dates, you've got almonds coming through there. Can't wait to get stuck into this. That's delightful. You get a real spice kick that comes down quite quickly. Then you've got all these dried fruits coming through. You've got a bit of honey coming through with that as well. It's quite sweet. It's quite a long-lasting, really warming whiskey. That really is quite special. It's really hard to get hold of single grains. You don't see them very many places. You have to go to a specialist retailer to get them usually. Just in terms of money, this one was about £50. This was 95, and moving on finally to the Bowmore Macbeth there. Usually go for more than 100, but you can't get these anymore. Now I'm going to get the nose of this. Oh, you get a big smoke hit, but you're actually getting a little bit of sweetness coming through there. Getting some of the vanilla. You know, you've got the kind of bourbon cask you can see in the colour there. Get a bit of seaweed coming as well. A really kind of big hit to begin with, but it's mellowing out. You've got spice, you've got a bit of sweetness, a bit of vanilla. Then you've got a kind of nice warming finish. It comes a little bit more. You get a little bit of smoke hit there as well, but it's not overly smoky. I think for someone who's maybe tried a lot of kind of Highland, Speyside, they want to try something smoky without being too powerful, something that's absolutely beautiful. All of these whiskies are absolutely amazing, and it's great because it's not your regular blend, it's not your regular single malt. You know, like single cask malt, single cask grain, and a mixture of malts as well. And every single one of these are beautiful. The kind of thing you'd love to share with some friends, and I hope you guys get to try some of these as well. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with a video soon about something else. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but any suggestions, hit it up in the comments or even send me a message via Facebook. You'll find us there on Iconic Tours. Even on Instagram, you'll find us there on Iconic Tours as well. All right, take care. Thanks, guys.